Hi, my name is Rivera, and I'm a wellness psychotherapist in New York City, and welcome to Mental Health Wellness Wednesday. So I'm going to use a term that I don't normally use, except I just used it as normally, which is normal. Nothing is normal about what we're going through. This year has been completely a challenge for everybody, and definitely abnormal on so many levels. And of course, with the holidays coming up, we have to take a look at our expectations of what we thought our holidays were going to look like and the end of the year was going to look like, and adjust those expectations. And we've been pretty resilient, and we've been able to pivot in so many ways already. So this shouldn't be really that much of a challenge, except that with holidays, there's an expectation of connecting with friends, connecting with family, and being together. And unfortunately, being together at this point does put ourselves and others at risk for COVID, for the coronavirus. It's a huge challenge for ourselves and for our brains to understand. And so, one of the things that I think is important to know, and I always talk about this with anybody that has gone through a breakup, because it's something that you don't necessarily really think about, but that your brain is actually doing. So when you end a relationship, you already had, while you were in the relationship, some expectations of what you thought the relationship was going to be like. Whether you thought you were going to get married or have children or live together, or you were going to be together 10 years and you were together for 10 months, or there's an expectation that your brain kind of already comes up with, and it could be so many different levels of expectations. And so when you are processing the loss of the actual relationship and the person that you were in the relationship with, you're also on some level processing the loss of the future of that relationship. The expectations that your brain simulated to happen, that, we were going to have kids together, we were going to get married, we were going to move to Hawaii, this is what we were going to do. And so you have to go through that process and grieve those expectations. And I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm just relating it to what we kind of have to do now with COVID and the coronavirus and everything that's happening, where we're not going to be able to meet those expectations of spending the time with our family or friends, or doing the things that we would normally do around this time, celebrating the new year, connecting, being together. Like that expectation of the different holiday traditions that we have, that we're not going to be able to do this year. Those expectations need to be mourned. And it sounds so corny, and it sounds like you shouldn't even have to do that or feel that way, that like, hey, it is what it is, and you just want to kind of like move forward and not have to deal with it. But it is true that you have to mourn those expectations, and you have to mourn what you lost, the actual loss of not being able to be around your family and friends, and then also the actual expectation that you had of being around your family, your friends, people that you lost that are no longer here. So that's why when you lose somebody and there's an anniversary of their birthday or a special holiday or something like that, it like just hits you again, even if it's been years and years. It's just that loss kind of gets recreated, because in our brain we had those expectations that we would be spending that time with that person. We have those expectations that we'd be spending the holidays with our family, or that we'd be doing certain things that we are unable to do this year. So I just want to share that with you. I think it's just an important part of understanding what it is to be a human, and having this beautiful brain and body and mind and all these emotions that come with it. Definitely comes with the loss and grief, and losing expectations and grieving for that loss. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye.